Now we come to members' news. I know that somebody has some news to share.
Yeah, I have some news to share.
No, I don't want to. I'll start here. I'll project from here. This is Tracy Evans, everybody from Inspired Bookkeeping.
What I have to share is that when you're a bookkeeper and you're working alone, just think that you can actually join forces with other bookkeepers that also work alone, and you can work as a team. And you can get those holidays and you get the lifestyle that you want. We have been very fortunate as Inspired Bookkeeping has been very successful in a very short period of time. And I owe that to my staff. And so therefore we've got enough now to bring on a supervisor, and we need a supervisor, and I have to thank United Bookkeepers because I found my supervisor in Angela. Angela is one of our senior team, and she's now getting what she wanted. And we have this motto in our team, and that is lifestyle and service. The service is for the clients, the lifestyle is for bookkeepers. So if you service the clients well, you'll get the lifestyle that you need. And the lifestyle for Angela is holidays and relief, so she can walk away from her clients and have payrolls done. And for us, it's having somebody there that can actually oversee some of our clients and give that service that we want, which is a top service. So thank you to United Bookkeepers for introducing us.
Well done. To have a podcast with Tracy, and for those of you who don't know what that is interviewing Tracy. So you can actually upload her to the podcasting machine, and because you are an inspiration. Because I think that most bookkeepers, there's a lot of bookkeepers who are sole traders, and I'm one of those. Even though I've got my husband and another lady, we still do the work. It's still me. So I can't have holidays. Again, I've had 2 holidays in 12 years.
Yeah,
you
went to Paris, you went to...
Well, this is
it, anybody that wants to actually get out of that, we're open to suggestions.
So it's inspiring to hear that you can do that, guys. You can actually join forces and you can make an empire, and it's fantastic to hear that the bookkeepers are doing that. Well done. Good. Okay, any other news from members? Before I share news? No? Okay. Well, I have some news to share with you. In January and February, we had some fabulous birthdays. I'd like to tell you who they were. In January, Lynn Haddo, Kim Makepeace, Yenny Longhurst, and Lloyd Kerr had birthdays.
Oh, Lloyd.
And in February, we had Brett Price, and Janelle Upton, who's on here tonight. And I think also we had Wayne. Wayne Leonard is responsible for that later, but Wayne's birthday as well. So, gentlemen, come up here. Come up here.
Yeah.
Lloyd, come up here.
Go on. Happy birthday.
Yeah, love,
Excuse me, we've got half the choir here.
Are you ready?
Glenn, Sue.
Are you
Are
ready, everybody? Are you ready?
Come on, Glenn, out loud.
1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Lloyd. Happy birthday to you.
3. Good. No speeches or anything like that. So,
Do we have numbers?
27, 28, 30. Oh, sorry, anyway. So there's a little cake to share. But you'll eat it, so I don't need that. That's great. Okay. So for those of you who had birthdays, if you did get a send-out card, birthday cards, because the US postal thing is on strike, they've been having a little bit of difficulty sending out send-out cards. So some of our birthday cards are not. They come from Melbourne. No, I rang them. They come from the USA. I did anyway. Did you? Oh, you did get your own local one.
Yeah, they come from
USA.
Melbourne.
Thank you. Yeah, they've got a pretty good Melbourne. Yeah, what about the That was doing something else.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about that.
Okay. Oh, well, have a lovely list of the month. No, it's not. One more day. That's the last day.
Yeah, this is it.
This is it. Okay, wait till next year.
Oh, the 29th, so you guys are really young.
Oh, if you want to ask somebody
someone to marry when they can't say no to that.
Ah.
No, if girls got to propose to the boy, and the boy can't say there's Glenn over there, he's single.
All right, good on you.
Good trip into England. Yeah. See if there's
Our
any
next
girls.
little sponsor moment now I'd like to share with you, because over here on this table over here we have the lovely Anna Harrower and Nicole, is it Connell? Yeah, Connell, thank you very much. From Tony Vidre's office, which is Anderson Vidre in Newcastle. Fantastic. Tony, as you know, is an accountant, and Anna is a partner, and Nicole works there as well very hard and just always work there. So,
Actually, I should have said we did have some Nicole finished unions. I just started doing my CA in February.
Have fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
So lots more study ahead.
Graduation scheme.
Yep, in April.
good. No, it's fantastic. So thank you for coming and thank you for being sponsors. We really appreciate it. Peter Coughlin, thank you very much. Peter is a financial controller and works with me on a few of my clients and helps me give the bad news. All I can say. But also works well with Excel spreadsheets. And we do have a webinar coming up very shortly about amortization schedules. I know we've been promising that for a while, but it's coming as well. As I mentioned, Lloyd Kerr, thank you so much for being here for all these many years. It's been a pleasure. In 2012, it's even going to be better. No more of my clients are going to go bankrupt. That's you. Oh, you did too. That's right. Yes, you did too. Yeah, good. Now who do we have over here? We have a potential sponsor from the Growth Centre at the Macquarie Business Centre. So welcome, Mark. Hope you're enjoying yourself.
I am.
Good. Oh, Shirley. Actually, I was telling Shirley, I went on Shirley's leadership program and I was asked to give a testimony and I said, I really found it difficult. The program was really, really difficult, challenging, and I cried almost every day. I did cry. Because do you know what happens? Real change happens if you do Shirley's program. So if you want to know more, let me know, because it really is a fantastic program about leading yourself, leading others. But you can't do that until you actually have real change in your heart and mind, and that's what she does. So, thank you for coming along. Brett, hello Brett. Brett Price is an accountant of some of my clients who work together, and great tax accountant, very thorough, explains things really well. I love it. Thanks for coming in and being part of us for these many years, and hope 2012 is really good as well. And Lenore, I tweeted about Lenore today. Lenore is our business coach as well, and her and I are on a bit of a rant this year. We're going to change the perspective of what bookkeepers say about this BAS. You know when bookkeepers go, oh, BAS. They roll their eyes and they go, oh, can't do it. Okay, Tracy doesn't roll her eyes. She goes, you know what, I just have to employ more people. And she builds an empire. So Lenore and I are on a rant, going to remind you every month that it's not about, rolling your eyes and going, oh, it's too hard, which I always do. It's about saying, okay, if I don't want to do this, what can I do to change it and get on with it, plan well, and make more money? So that's
Just back is your life.
because BASes is our lifeblood. So let's just be grateful for that. So thank you for all those sponsors who are here tonight. Once we're not here tonight, Craig Tween, Santa Claus. He was one of our original sponsors. It's great. Have I missed anybody? Okay, so now it's my great pleasure to introduce to you our brand new sponsor, Wayne Leonard, from, hang on, let me get it right, Insurance for Life. And I just love this man. You might be...
Mate,
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah. This is enough of this. You've got to have a look at this. I'm just going to put this over here. Yeah, thank you. Wayne's going to tell a little story. He's going to introduce himself and why it's important for him to join as a sponsor of Wayne. I'm going to hold it for you. I'll hold it.
You want to tell the story?
No.
Hello, everybody. Has anyone has seen my life ring or knows what that's all about?
Want us to leave the room?
You can stay. But I like to, I rebadge myself and I call myself a financial lifesaver or a life insurance lifesaver. You know, when you go to the beach, you tell your kids to swim between the flags in case they get into trouble. You put up their hand and they've got a lifesaver to come and save them. Okay, so you're not at the beach, but what happens if you have a heart attack or a cancer, a stroke, and you can't go to work, or you're in hospital and you've still got a mortgage to pay? Who are you going to put your hand up to come and pay off your mortgage? Who's going to pay for the kids' school fees? Who's going to pay? What bill is going to stop while you're in hospital? What bill is going to stop? Has anyone got a bill that would stop? Well, their life insurance would stop, because if they've got income protection, you don't pay your income protection, we pay you. Did anyone look at the video that Sue sent around with the newsletter asking you all to come?
Yes.
Did you watch the video?
Yes.
Who said yes? Good girl, Charles. Well, it was a pretty good video, and it said, your life, your choice. And I won't read it all, but many of us hurry through life going from one place to the next, focused on conquering the next mountain, making the next deal, running the next errand, believing nothing will ever happen to us, and getting what needs to be done. And we don't think anything will ever happen. And life is a series of choices, and being free from stress is one of those choices. Well, if your client is working hard, making money, paying the bills and making a lifestyle, if they haven't got the proper insurance and something happens to them, a sickness or an accident, and they can't go to work, well, they won't have the choice, they won't have the freedom, because they're going to have to still pay the bills. So my job, I try and talk to people about having appropriate insurance that will allow them to have the choice if something happens. And sometimes I get carried away, and I'm probably talking a bit too quick, but last week, and I see this every day, last week a young fisherman died up at Nelson's Bay, and he was run over by his propeller and died. The next day in the paper, there was a picture of him and his 3 kids, 2, 5 and 7, and a story about his family. On Friday, there was an invitation to go to his funeral at Dingle Bay Beach. And at the end of it said, donations to be made to the Children's Trust Fund to look after the children for the rest of their life. And that's my job. If you've got dependents, if you've got kids, they need to have insurance to make sure that they're looked after for the rest of their life. They can't, no one's going to look after them for the next 20 years for kids like that. And in the paper last week, Sally Openminer, she was a journalist in Sydney on Today Tonight. They had a fundraiser for her because she got breast cancer. And the treatment she needed cost $10,000 a month to get done. So she had a fundraiser. I'm sure she had a good paying job, but she still needed a fundraiser to raise money to give her the choice to have what treatment she needed to have done. In the Victorian bushfires, 3 years ago, insurance companies paid out over $1 billion in house insurance. There was 174 people killed, died, 174 people died. Do you know how much life insurance was paid out? Come on, someone have a guess.
About $1.5 million. Not very much.
$2 million. 174 people died, and only $2 million of life insurance was paid out. So there's not a lot of us old-fashioned, if you call me, life insurance persons, but I would really love all of you people here, and you're talking about caring, commitment, talking, rewarding, service. Open up a conversation with your clients to find out whether they've got that type of insurance, or they've got income insurance. If they get sick or injured, who's going to replace them, who's going to pay the bills?
Well, we normally pay the bills too, so who will know that?
So that's enough for me. I'm going to give you all a little brochure about me there and what the sort of things I do. But a couple of things that really comes home to me is women's insurance. You know, if the guys are looking after the business and they say they've got all the insurance, but their partners, their wives, they haven't got any insurance. If their wife gets sick, who's going to look after the kids? He's going to have to go off work to look after the wife, so the wife needs insurance, even though she might be working. And kids' insurance can be incorporated into a person's life insurance. If you've got young children they need to have insurance, because how many people here have been asked to donate to the Ronald McDonald House or the Coonia Foundation? Does anyone here in the last 6 weeks not been asked to donate to something for leukemia, breast cancer? 1 in 4 people will have those things happen to them. So let's get a bit real and talk about the things that allow your clients to have insurance. And in that pack there, I've just got a duty of care thing that I get to mortgage brokers really, but it could be bookkeepers too, that talks about, look, if something happened to you, have you got insurance to pay off your loans? Has your wife got insurance? Do you want to talk to me or get someone? And then they can sign off, no, you've spoken to me about it, I don't want any advice or help on it, and then you can let them go. But at least you've had that conversation. One last thing.
This is winding up one.
In there too is, I'm doing a sleep out. I know I shouldn't be asking.
No, this is fantastic.
I shouldn't be asking
No, you
the
should
first time for money off people.
No, do it, because I'm going to ask them too. Go.
I say to Sue, the only thing harder than selling life insurance is asking people for money. So I'm doing both of them. I don't know how that happens, but so I'm doing a sleep out for the Soul Cafes for the homeless kids at topping the Hunter Street, where they provide 500 meals for the mostly young people, but unemployed homeless kids. There's 500 that sleep on the streets in Newcastle. So I'm trying to raise money for that. It's next week, and you can go on the website and donate to that.
That's good.
And read on the back there, because if you've all got clients, I say, well, instead of you giving me the money to give, I'll give the money on your behalf. But review your insurances, or get me to look at your insurances. And if I can't make them cheap, people haven't reviewed their insurances also. If you review your insurances, it's usually a lot less than what you're currently paying anyway. Anyway, it's a lot there, but anyway.
I'll end up with Julie, I'll end up with
Okay. All right, so, yeah, if anyone needs any help or advice, quotations or suggestions, feel free to give me a call. I'm happy to come and see you and just talk to you. Not oversell or anything, but have some insurance.
Right. For our new sponsors, we always like to give them a little bit more time because they are new and we like to introduce them properly. So thank you so much for allowing me to do that. Any more sponsor news? Shirley? Yes?
We talk on our leadership program about a concept called spaghetti, which is when we get all plugged into stuff that's happened in the past. Well, yesterday my spaghetti was hanging out everywhere because we gave our very first webinar, and I'd been practicing for weeks on end, and I knew it wasn't going to be perfect, but at the end of it I just couldn't stop giggling because we'd actually done it, and we put that number one down. But I found that it was a really interesting process to go through, and I heard you say earlier that you're going to be doing webinars. So I encourage you. It was good fun. So, if you're interested, have a look on our website because we'll be putting more and more up. And anyway, I just want to share that with you.
Thanks.
Yes. I actually got notified today that I've been nominated for the Home Business Awards.
Wow! Wow!
I was going to be quiet about it, but I thought I'd get it.
No. Any other news? It's all good? Okay. I'm going to give you just a couple of minutes break because I've got to prepare Lloyd and our guest speaker. And so have a cup of coffee and a cup of tea or another glass of wine or whatever you like, and come back in about 5 minutes and then we'll be able to get our second half of the program done.